Today's topic is mesh analysis. Previously, we discussed nodal analysis. Now we'll study mesh analysis. So let me take same problem what we discussed earlier. Problem same but technique different. I am taking same problem. So here I use a different symbol, but arrow outside indicates again voltage source only. This is a voltage source, is another voltage source symbol. This arrow indicates head indicates positive, tail indicates negative, plus minus. It is a voltage source. Arrow inside undoubtedly current source. Outside is a voltage source, inside is a current source. This is also another valid symbol. This symbol you know, this symbol you know, this is another symbol. So this is anyway current dependent voltage source, and let us analyze this problem using mesh analysis. So in this mesh analysis there are two methods. One method is loop current method. Loop current method or approach. Loop current method. So let us understand this first. Every independent loop replace with the loop current. Let us say I1. This second loop replace with I2. This third loop I3. Not necessarily all in clockwise. This can be clockwise, this can be anti-clockwise. These directions purely our choice. And order, it can be, this can be I1, I2, I3. Any order you can take it. So every independent loop replace with loop current. This loop current we cannot measure. What we can measure using meter, branch current. A meter is connected in the branch, meter cannot be kept in the open loop. So here you can't. But it's a theoretical current, loop current, which is flowing in the loop, but current never flow in the loop. This is one of the technique. If you keep the meter here, that meter cannot measure I1. So it is a one of the technique, we call it as a loop current, imaginary current. The actual current what is flowing in the branch is measured by meter. So first step is this. Then second step, from the loop current find out branch current. So current in this branch is I1. Current in this branch I2. In this I3. Whereas in this is common to this and this. So I1 minus I3 will flow here. This is I1 direction, this is I3 direction. What is effectively flowing this side? I1 minus I3. The same way this side I1 minus I2. And this side I3 minus I2. So everywhere we got the current. This is now branch current. I1 minus I3 is also branch current. We are finding branch currents from loop current. If branch is not common to any other loops, then branch current, loop current equal. Branch current, loop current equal. But this branch is common to this loop and this loop, therefore difference of current will flow here. This is I1. If you take I2 like this, then what is the current flowing this side? I1 plus I2. So it depends on how we are choosing directions. So second step is branch currents. First step is loop currents. What is third step? Identify number of unknowns. Unknown 1, unknown 2, unknown 3, and Ix is also another unknown. So finally we have 4 unknowns. We should form 4 equations. So how to form those 4 equations? So those 4 equations we can form like this. If you start here, this is one of the loop equation. Second, can we write like this? Everybody says or majority says yes, but answer is no. You can't write mesh equation like this. What is the reason? What is that mesh equation? Sum of the voltages in the loop equal to 0. Everywhere you can find voltages, but not across current source. Voltage across current source is not 0. Some value is there. What is that? We don't know. Without knowing, you can't write a mesh equation. So this is not possible. This is also not possible. But whereas this is possible. But how to write 4 equations? This is 1. Second is this relation Ix equal to minus I3. Ix equal to minus I3 or I3 equal to minus Ix. Other 2 equations how to write? You can also write like this. This is called as a super mesh. This is called as super mesh. This is named as super mesh. Super mesh. When we go for the super mesh, when there is a current source in any branch, go for the super mesh. This mesh is not possible because of current source. This mesh not possible because of current source. This mesh possible because no current source. Therefore, this we are calling as a super mesh. This is a normal mesh. 1. Second is Ix equal to minus I3. Super mesh is a third equation. Fourth equation, I3 minus I2 equal to 4. What is the current flowing here? 4. So this should be equal to 4 na? That is fourth equation. 4 unknowns, 4 equations and solve. So how to write those 4 equations? This one I am writing first. When we started here, minus 10. Then this direction is same. Plus 2I1 plus 2I1 plus 4 into I1 minus I2 plus 2 plus 10 into I1 minus I3 equal to 0. So what is the convention I told you earlier? Resistor actual current to our direction same means plus. If it is going in opposite to minus. If it is the source, negative to positive minus V, positive to negative plus V. This is the KVL convention already discussed. So I am following same. Minus 10 plus 2I1 plus 4 into this plus 2 plus 10 into this equal to 0. Next is super mesh equation. You can start anywhere, but when I started here, minus 2, then minus 4 into I1 minus I2, then plus 6I2 plus 6I2 plus 4Ix plus 12I3 plus 6 minus 10 into I1 minus I3 equal to 0. This is second. So when I started here, we should come back to same point, and that is equal to 0. A bigger equation, super mesh equation. Now please check the polarities. Plus minus important. That is based on convention. You should follow this only. If you follow opposite, then this become plus, plus, minus. Everywhere polarity will change. Any one all right, but this is more convenient. Third equation, Ix equal to minus I3. Fourth equation, I3 minus I2 equal to 4. So we have written 4 equations. Now you got the homework. Solve for first step I1, I2, I3, Ix. These three named as loop currents. Loop currents, not Ix. I1, I2, I3 are called as loop currents. Then from the loop currents, second step, branch currents. What are the branch currents? I1 minus I2 in this, I3 minus I2 in this, I1 minus I3 in this. So whatever marked in the branch, they are called as branch currents. How we can find branch currents? With the help of loop currents. Then third step, branch voltages. For example, I want VAB. Let us say this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. What I want VAB. To find VAB, I told you last time one technique. Start from A, go to B, following CGR KVL sign convention. Start from A, go to B, and while going follow the sign convention. So 6 into I2 plus 4ix. Like that VBC. Start from B, go to C. Start from B, go to C, but you can't go via current source. Why this is not allowed? This voltage don't know. So this is not allowed. You can go like this. You can go like this. You can also go like this. But don't go via current source. Therefore, VBC, I am selecting this path. You can also select this path. So this is better. Therefore, 12I3 plus 6 minus 10 into I1 minus I3. This is VBC. Then last VCA. So start from C, go to A. Go to A. Minus 2 minus 4 into I1 minus I2. This is VC. So we are finding VAB, VBC, VCA. They are called as branch voltages. We are finding them with the help of loop currents. Second step from first. Third is not from second. Third also from first. Then fourth one. Fourth step. Fourth one, node voltages. Node voltages. What are the node voltages? VA, VB, VC. So we want to find voltage here, voltage here, voltage here by default with respect to ground. Node voltages are always defined with respect to ground. Now VA, how to find VA? What is the best method? I told you now one technique. Wherever you want to know the voltage, start there, go to ground. Start there, go to ground following KVL sign convention. But when you started here going to ground, don't go via current source. So no current source in this, we can follow. So therefore minus 2I1 plus 10 plus 10 VA over. What is VB? Start at B, go to ground. 12I3 plus 6. 12I3 plus 6 over. What is VC? Start at C, go to ground. 10 into I1 minus I3. I1 minus I3. So VA, VB, VC, they are called as node voltages. They are defined by default with respect to ground. And we are finding these node voltages with the help of loop currents. So fourth step is from first. All steps from first only. After solving these four equations, after finding loop currents, depending on our requirement, you can find branch currents, branch voltages, node voltages. In nodal analysis, how we find branch voltages? By doing VA minus VB. But in this mesh analysis, VA minus VB no use. Why no use? VA, VB don't know. So formula wise okay. Formula wise VAB equal to this okay, but this is not useful here. So you have to find with the help of loop currents, so not with the help of node voltages. So this is the order you have to follow compulsorily. What is the disadvantage of this method is more number of unknowns. More number of unknowns. Disadvantage. Disadvantage of this method. One is more number of unknowns. Because of this, more equations. More equations. Because of this, more time. Not only time, more mistakes. More mistakes. More steps. More steps. So all are drawbacks, disadvantages. Therefore, we don't use this method at all. This is one of the worst method. Loop current method is time waste method. More unknowns, more equations, more time. But intermediate BTech first year, most of the local books, they teach this method only. So it is one of the, or I can tell, useless method. So this is loop current method. Now second method is more powerful, that we'll discuss now. So we are discussing same problem, method only different. Okay, so same problem, we'll discuss second method. The second method is current distribution method. Method or approach. Most of you don't know this. It is best method, GATE and IES, all competitive examinations. It is really helpful. You can save a lot of time. Now let us look at this method. It's very simple. We know this current Ix already, na? This current 4 ampere we know already. This is 4, this is Ix. What is this? Obviously 4 plus Ix. 4 plus Ix coming up to here. Then currents dividing. Current in this is not 2 by 4. Current in this is not 10 by 2. Some current will flow here, some current will flow here. What is this? Don't know. What is this? Don't know. Therefore, assume some unknown. Introduce one unknown. Let us say that is I1. If this is I1, this is 4 plus Ix minus I1. You have a freedom to assume this side I1, then this will flow here, and answer remains same. So when this is I1, this is 4, what is this side I1? Minus 4. I1 entering, 4 going, remaining will flow here. So this current will come up to here, same. That is 4 plus Ix minus I1. Now if you add these two, what you get? Plus I1 minus I1 cancel, minus 4 plus 4 cancel. What is outcome? Ix. So we started here with Ix. This and this added also you are getting Ix. Therefore it is correct. Now in this method, how many unknowns we come across? In the problem already Ix is there. We introduced only I1. I introduced only I1. So effectively two unknowns. Already one is there. I introduced only one extra. So effectively only two na. Previous method 4, now 2. 50% efficiency improved. So what is advantage in this method? What is advantage of this method? Less number of unknowns, less equation, less time, less mistakes, less number of steps. So the total disadvantage is eliminated. Now we are getting only advantages. So two unknowns, two equations. How to write those two equations? One is in this loop. Second, this is not possible, this is not possible. Outer one, super mesh, normal mesh. So normal mesh equation is minus 10, then minus 2 into 4 plus Ix minus I1 plus 4I1 plus 2 plus 10 into I1 minus 4 equal to 0. One equation. Second is super mesh. If we start here, minus 2 minus 4I1 minus 6 into 4 plus Ix plus 4Ix minus 12Ix plus 6 minus 10 into I1 minus 4 equal to 0. Second. Two unknowns, two equations. Again homework is solve for first step I1 and Ix. After solving you get I1 and Ix only. We are calling them as branch currents. Branch currents, no more loop currents. Now from the branch currents find out branch voltage. How to find branch voltage? VAB, VBC, VCA. What is the rule I said? Start from A, go to B, start from B, go to C, does start from C, go to A. For example, I want VAB. So you get VAB is what? Minus 6 into 4 plus Ix, then plus 4Ix. That's all. Start from A, go to B. Opposite negative, positive to negative, plus 4ix. Like that, VBC, VCA, you can do it. But don't go via current source. You can go like this, you can go like this. You can also go like this. No problem. So first, second over. What is third step? Node voltage. Example, VA, VB, VC. So what is the rule I said? Start from A, go to ground. So VA is what? 2 into 4 plus Ix minus I1, this one, plus 10. Like that, start at B, go to ground. Start at C, go to ground. Follow the KVL convention. So VA, VB, VC, they are called as node voltages. So how many steps here we are getting? 1, 2, 3 only. Previously 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why in this less number of steps. Steps also less. More equations, more mistakes. Less equations, less mistakes. Time less. So this is the beautiful method. So current distribution method is best. Don't get confused between current distribution and current division. Current division is used when they are in parallel, but here current distribution. Of course, it is based on Kirchhoff current law, because this current is 4, this current is Ix, these two added up coming na. It is based on which law? Current law. That is again dividing na. Dividing, not that current division. They are not parallel. But some current I1, if I assume this is I1, this minus this has to flow here na, to satisfy current law. But only important precaution is when you started here with Ix, see that you are coming to same branch with the same current. That's all. Now further in this problem, imagine this is not there. If this is not there, what are the changes? So again started here with Ix. What is the current in this branch? Don't know. So current in this branch don't know. Again introduce one unknown, I1. Ix already there. Now I am assuming I1. What is this current now? Is Ix plus I1. Ix plus I1 coming here. This unknown I2. So here Ix plus I1 minus I2. This is I2, this is I1 na? Now I1 plus I2 will come here, and the same current will come up to here. Same current, that is Ix plus I1 minus I2. So plus I1, no, here Ix is entering, I1 going this side na, minus, going down na, minus. So this also minus. This I2, this is plus, and here minus. Plus I1 minus I1 cancel, plus I2 minus I2 cancel. Again you are getting Ix. If you are not getting Ix, somewhere something wrong, that you cross check. So how many unknowns in this? Ix is there, I1 is there, I2 is there. 3 unknowns, 3 equations. What are those 3 equations? One equation is this, second is this, third is this. Why we are able to write here? Current source not there, you can write. So 3 unknowns, 3 equations. Like this you can do. sometimes even this is not there. Imagine this is not there. If this is not there, automatically Ix will go na. Automatically Ix will go. So we don't know, this current don't know, this don't know, anywhere we don't know. So in that case, you can start anywhere. Previously we know here we started, now you can start anywhere. So if you want to start here, still you start with I1. If this is I1, this is I2. Then what is this? I1 minus I2. Then here I3. Then how much is here? I1 minus I2 minus I3. I3 I2. So I2 plus I3. This remains same. Same current will come here. I1 minus I2 minus I3. Minus I2 minus I3 cancel. How much coming? I1. How many unknowns are there? 3 unknowns. How do you write those 3 equations? Equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. 3 unknowns, 3 equations. So like this you can solve any problem using current distribution method. This is better than previous one. So this is what analysis of mesh analysis, 2 methods. All of you follow this. Most of the problems I solve using this only. So nodal analysis, mesh analysis over. Mesh analysis we can solve some problems in next class. So let me revise some of the key points. Till now we studied node or principal node. Node and principal node. What is the meaning of node? At least 2 elements connected. 2 elements. Elements can be voltage source, RCL. Elements is a general word. Chemistry teacher point of view, elements means periodic table. English teacher point of view, elements means letters A to Z. Network teacher point of view, elements means RCL, voltage source, current source, DC, AC, dependent, independent. Whatever I am using, they are all elements. Then principal node means at least 3 elements are connected. Principal node is a node, but all the nodes not necessarily principal node. Then we also understand node voltage. What is the meaning of node voltage? They are defined with respect to ground. Then branch voltage. What is branch voltage? For example, what is VAB? Voltage at A with respect to B. Voltage at A with respect to B. Don't say voltage across AB. Voltage across AB is not a mistake, but it will not give clear definition. So voltage at A with respect to B. So node voltage is branch voltage. Then also understand branch current. What do you mean by branch current? Current actually, really flowing in a branch. What is loop current? Which is in the loop. No meter can measure loop current. Then 5 important statements. What is first statement is, wherever we want to find voltage, start at the same point, start at the same point, go to ground, don't go via current source, and while going, what we have to follow? Following CGR, KVL, sign convention. Whatever convention I told you, follow, you will get voltage. This is very, very powerful statement. Second, apply Ohm's law when there is resistor. It looks so easy, simple, but very important to remember. I equal to V by R. R is there na? V equal to IR. R is there na? If R is there, use it. R is not there, don't use it. Don't apply Ohm's law to voltage source and current source. Why we should not apply? Sources, resistances, don't know. But we can apply to voltmeter, current meter. Meters we can, source we can't. In source transformation, I will explain that better way. Then third statement, supernode. When there is only voltage source, between two principal nodes, then only go for supernode. This is also very important. Fourth one, to find VAB, I am just summarizing the key points. Started A, go to B. Started positive, go to negative. Started voltmeter red, go to black button. And while going, what to do? Follow CGR, KVL, sign convention. This is fourth. These four we discussed in nodal analysis. What is fifth one is, last one. When there is a current source, in any branch, then go for supermesh. Supernode, important. When there is a current source in any branch, go for super mesh. When there is a current source, here when there is only voltage source between, see the difference. So these are the 5 important statements. Remember, we regularly use them. So that's all for today's nodal mesh over almost. Mesh analysis, some problems we'll practice next class. After that, new topic. Okay.